Sorry, someone's like leaf blowing outside my house, so sorry if you guys hear that. I guess I'll wait for them. Good morning, guys, and welcome to the Geeky Sandbox. Before we start, I just want to say Happy International Women's Day. That's right. Today is Friday, March 1st.
No.
Today is Friday, March 9th, 2019.
What?
Ooh, let's try that one more time. Today is Friday, March 8th, 2019, which marks International Women's Day. So my women out there, my ladies, young women, older women, women of all races, shapes, and sizes, you are valued not just today, but every day. Thank you for all that you do, whether you're a mother, whether you're single, whether you're married, whether you're in a same-sex relationship, whether you are divorced and just recently finding yourself, whatever you're going through, whether you identify as a woman, whether you are transgendered or anything like that. Thank you guys for continuously fighting for women's rights. And without you guys that are out there continuously fighting the good fight, we wouldn't be progressive. We wouldn't be progressing the way that we are. Of course, there's still a lot more work to do. We still have a long way to go. But I appreciate those of you who are my allies that are on my side. Men, that includes you too. Thank you for being on our side and for being with us here on International Women's Day. And with that being said, I'm going to make my smooth transition. Brie Larson is a huge women's rights advocate. And so today, of course, we are going to be doing a non-spoiler review over the movie Captain Marvel. Okay, since Captain Marvel is so closely tied to Avengers Endgame, which is coming out next month, I'm so excited for it. We are definitely going to keep things very chill, simple, and just avoid any spoilers whatsoever. Okay guys, so one of the first things I want to briefly talk about are the performances. First of all, for those of you who doubted Brie Larson, her talent, her ability to carry the movie on her own, people may have thought her portrayal of Captain Marvel would be lackluster. None of that. None of that. I never doubted Brie Larson. I thoroughly enjoyed her as Captain Marvel. She really brought a lot of layers to the character as well. The human side of her, the Kree side of her. I mean, if you've never have seen The Room or anything with Brie Larson, then this is one of those great opportunities where you kind of get to see her range as an actress. And I truly enjoyed watching her. Then of course you got Sam Jackson. Sam was amazing. He was just amazing. When is he not? And another person I want to talk about really quick is Lashana Lynch. She plays Maria Rambeau in this movie, and she was amazing. Like, I didn't know exactly what to expect from her or how long we were going to see her or how many scenes or anything like that. But anytime she was on screen, any line that she delivered, one, it was believable. Two, I wanted more. Like, I felt for her to be a minor character, she was amazing. There are a few scenes where, like, you definitely get some of that dramatic, that drama, you know, and I don't know, just through her lines, you can feel all of that. So it was nice to see that Captain Marvel, as a Marvel movie, could take it there in regard to the drama and the seriousness of it all. Because as we know, Marvel has that kind of like label of being able to be lighthearted even in dark situations. And they really took a few scenes with Maria Rambeau and just, I don't know, made you feel. Ben Mendelsohn was amazing as Talos in this movie. Perfect. Humor on point. Like, this is the one thing I wanted to mention too. There was so much humor in places where I wasn't expecting it to be. And it's partially because of Ben's portrayal of Talos. So much humor, and it just warmed my heart. Because even though I knew Captain Marvel is a Marvel movie, I was going to say it's a Captain movie. Captain Marvel is a Marvel movie. I wasn't exactly expecting a lot of humor, but there was some in there, just dabbled throughout in the right spots, and I really do appreciate that. Jude Law did a great job. He had a very strong presence on scene. Anytime I really felt like he was in charge, and he was that person making sure Carol knew everything she needed to know, and I don't know, he was very believable. And then just a quick shout out before I move on. Gemma Chan, I saw you, you did an amazing job. I believe her name was Minerva. She did a great job. And like I said, I wasn't sure exactly how much she would be on screen, but anytime she was on screen, strong presence. I truly enjoyed it. She was a threat to be reckoned with. Moving on to visuals, the movie was visually nice. Of course, Marvel never really has any issues with that, though people do complain about the way the fight scenes are cut and edited. The fight scenes were very fluid in this one for the most part. As you guys know, I'm a huge space person. I love stars and planets and things like that, so being able to see that CG and just kind of see their take on, or I guess Captain Marvel's take on that, because we've seen Guardians of the Galaxy's take on being out in space and jumping into different galaxies and stuff like that. But it was interesting to see that kind of stuff happening with Captain Marvel via the 90s. But that being said, I love the set design and the clothing and things like that, because I was born in the 90s. I love that look. You know, shout out to you, Blockbuster. I see you, or I saw you. But yeah, I love the set design. Everything looked and just smelled 90s. Everything was amazing in that regard. Even the cars, like they had everything right down to the T. The clothes people were wearing, the type of transportation they were taking, the type of music they were listening to, the type of like graffiti and posters that were on the walls throughout the neighborhoods. That was also just, the detailing was just perfect. Going back to the CG side of the visuals, I was kind of worried that whenever we got to see Captain Marvel in her full-blown like moment, as you guys know, I was worried that it would just look too fake and things like that. I did notice that it was very CG, but what can you do in that type of moment? Captain Marvel is a powerhouse. I do think it's something that you can overlook, but it was kind of very CG-ish, CG-ish, I guess CGI, CG-ish. So that was a little bit noticeable for me, and it kind of took me out of it just a teeny bit, but I feel like it's, like I said, it's something that you can definitely overlook. Still looked really good, and you can tell they put a lot of time and effort into making sure she looked amazing throughout some of those very powerful and soon to be iconic scenes. In regard to the script and everything like that, pacing, I thought the movie was fine. I thought the way the movie flowed was fine. One thing about the movie, it is very action-packed. You don't really get that traditional sense of, oh, this is an origin story, because, you know, Marvel is trying to stray away from that, and people are like, oh, I'm so tired of the origin story thing. But I found that people who don't like the movie, or who haven't, like, I don't know, didn't react well to the test footage and the early screenings and stuff like that, is because they crave that origin story kind of format. And now that Marvel made a huge leap with this one, not that they haven't in the past, but with this one they made a huge leap with skipping over all of that stuff and kind of just throwing us right in the action. Some people didn't like it as much as they thought they would, but me personally, I didn't mind. It does go into that whole thing of if you know stuff about Captain Marvel versus if you don't. But I liked that it was action-packed and we didn't have this traditional build up to who Captain Marvel is and who she's supposed to be. I like the mystery behind all of that, and like I said, the action was very fun, but like I said, there was a lot of action. So the age-old question, what do I rate Captain Marvel? I give Captain Marvel 4.5 out of 5 stars. These writers, they really wanted to make this movie special, not only for International Women's Day, but starting and setting the bar high for women movies, women superhero movies within the superhero universe as a whole. That includes DC, that includes everything, you know what I mean? Just because in the past people didn't really warm or just lean to the idea of female superhero movies. Well, anyway, Wonder Woman really set that bar high, and I'm happy Captain Marvel's flying in close and continuing to raise that bar. And just a heads up, there are 2 post-credit scenes for this movie, so don't be that guy and leave before the entire credits have ran. So don't be that guy that leaves early, because we still had a few of those in our theater, and Steven and I were looking at each other like, but yes, Captain Marvel is coming out today, Friday, March 1st. I keep saying March 1st. Friday, March 8th, 2019. So if you haven't already, please go pick up your tickets. And if you don't plan on seeing it this week, go see it next week. Go support Brie Larson. Go support Marvel. Well, anyways, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and give me a like rating down below. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can get more non-spoiler reviews like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!